Welcome to Doak Campbell Stadium, and you might as well get used to the sound you're hearing. The Seminole War Chant is going full throat. Today, a couple of teams getting set to square off in an ACC battle. As we'll see, the Boston College Eagles taking on the 11th-ranked team in the land, the Florida State Seminoles. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Seminoles will kick it away to start us off. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. So Boston College's offense will start this game off. And here's the man they rally around, and he has earned that type of respect, David.
You dang right. You earn it by doing it, and he's done it at such a high level. Everyone believes in this young man, and Palmer, there's a reason why.
You're right, David. He's been in the big moments, and he's won the big games. This guy delivers when the game is on the line.
Shakes off the tackle. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field.
Illegal offense.
So the decision has been... will take the penalty. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Wants to throw. It's Castellanos. He makes the connection. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. And here comes the offense on second down. Looking to throw. On the run, fires downfield. It's caught. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. Down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. Catch in the middle, it's Bradley. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. Running game worked on first down. Let's see if they go back to it on second down. He's looking to throw. The sweet feet buy a little time. Lets it fly. A beautifully placed ball to the outside and the toe drag for the big pickup.
I think you're seeing the chemistry between these two guys in that last play, right? Quarterback's on the move. He's got to find his big fella. He does a great job of finding the soft spot in the defense and settling down. He was a stationary target for his quarterback on the move, and that really helped him pick up that first.
On second down, he's looking downfield. Grabbed in the middle, it's Bond. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down. BC back to work after picking up the first down. Here's the handoff. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. The crowd getting behind this defense as they try to get a stop in the red zone. In the red area, it's Ward. Fights through the pile and picks up a couple down to the 16.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But they got to do a great job gang tackling because this is a guy that can break tackles.
Headed to the end zone, and he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Boston College. They're on the board first here in the season opener.
Well, you know this offensive coordinator scripts his opening 10, 15 plays, and he didn't even need that. They went 9 plays and scored a touchdown. Everything working perfectly. They look like a well-oiled machine early in this game offensively.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The kickoff team out there to boot it away and 15 yards farther up the field after the roughing the kicker penalty. No chance for a return as that ball flies out of the back of the end zone. The Seminoles offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. As we take a look at our impact players for this one, what are you looking for, Jesse, for a guy to make an impact?
Well, these are simply put the leaders of this football team, and generally games go how these guys play. If they make plays, then they've got a shot to win this one.
No doubt, they got to show up. These are the team leaders. These guys have to play well if they're going to win the football.
That's a really good-looking throw there, and I think about back in my day playing for the Gators, we were known as having this high-octane passing attack with Steve Spurrier, but every time we played the Seminoles and Chris Wenke, who, of course, would go on to win a Heisman Trophy, we knew that we were going to have to be executing at a high level. This guy right here, when he gets going and he gets into a groove, he just does not miss. He is able to light up the scoreboard for the Seminoles.
And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
That's what's so great about these QB runs. They just chip away at the defense. And as this game goes on, these little QB runs, they're going to help keep third downs manageable for this offense.
Here on 2nd and short. From the gun, running back on the move. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
I love this linebacker because he's able to dissect what's happening in front of him, and he reacts downhill, uses his speed to get to the line of scrimmage and create the negative play.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Gives it to the back on the draw. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter.
Now, 4th down. Number 29, on to kick it away.
That's the end of the quarter, and Boston College has the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. They've swapped into the field, and we're ready to go in the second. The Seminoles will line up to punt it away. And the punt hits at the 6, and they can't down it, and it'll be a touchback. BC has the ball back, hoping for a party in the mods. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
Open the drive with a chunk play out past the 40, and they are in business on first down. This guy can throw it. Throws to the wideout. He's got it. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down.
You know who's got to love this offense picking up so many first downs? It's their own defense. David, I know you love playing on teams with great offenses.
To the air, it's Castellanos. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. Touchdown, Eagles. And they made it to the house where they found that 6 points waiting on them.
I know we're only in game one, but in this half, you've got to be excited about what you've seen from this offense. Really nice rhythm. Quarterback's got great command on the field with respect to what they're trying to do, and they've got some weapons. I can't wait to see what this offense does this year.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. If you can do that, I don't know why you don't do it every time. Reduce the risk. Banged it out of the back of the end zone. They'll put it in play at the 25. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. And the freshman does a great job using his technique and getting the man on the ground. Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this thing has been one-sided, and they hope to at least have something to feel good about going into halftime. He wants to pass it on second down. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On third and long, he has to throw for it. Release to the back. Another incompletion on third down. The Seminoles will punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. BC has it back, and the Eagle offense returns to the field. They've jumped on them, executing at a high level and up 14-0, David.
This is the exact start you want. I mean, offense is playing great. Defense has gotten stops. You're in a position now, Palmer, to put the hammer down and get a 3-possession lead.
I'm really impressed with their physicality on both sides of the ball early in this one. They've been winning in the trenches. So here on offense, keep running the football and show your dominance.
It's third down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. Back to pass, it's Castellanos. Using the quick game. Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41. The Golden Eagles come to the line with a new set of downs. He's going to pass. Just a short pass to the tight end. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain. Offense gets set for second down. Looking to throw it again. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming. Trying to pick up a first down. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And they got him for the sack. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Boston College lining up to punt this one away. He'll try to really get into this one. Maybe one notch of adrenaline too much on the punt there. It hits about a yard deep in the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
It's caught downfield. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Looking to go up top on first down. Unloads to the wideout. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Second down coming up. Looking to throw, it's Ncaa. Fires to the wideout. That is just a sideline clinic. Roll, catch, toe drag, everything you want. This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far. Starting to get things moving, it's 1st and 10. And he'll chuck it into the cheap seats there and save the down. Nobody getting open there. Didn't connect last time. Let's see if they throw it again on second down. He's looking to pass. Throws to the wideout. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And the pass is intercepted. He was trying to get that return going. Instead, he'll hand it to his offense at the 38.
And I tell you what, when defenses play zone, all eyes are on the quarterback. You have a zone to drop to, but you're setting on the quarterback, reading his eyes. Great job by the defense, understanding the ball was coming out, breaks on the football, goes and makes the INT.
Maybe a little frustrated after that last incompletion. It's 2nd and 10 from the 38. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Makes the grab outside. It's Bradley.
The wide receivers have to understand what part of the field they're on. I got to make sure I have enough space when I run those out routes. And when I break, I can catch the football and try to get upfield, get a few more yards. He runs out of space, but he got the catch. He got some positive yards.
And this junior quarterback shows you why the scouts love that big arm of his. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the first down.
By the receiver. Number 95.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Boston College.
And in the waning seconds of the first half, they'll try to put up 3 before going to the break. This kick would be hard enough straight on. 57 yards. He's also on the left hash. And he's got it from 57. What a beauty.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
They'll decline the penalty here, and the result of the play stands. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
All right, guys, looks like we've got a great one in Tallahassee going on. An entertaining first half, and we've got a multi-possession lead to break down thanks to the surgical precision of this offense. Might honestly take more time to talk about what didn't work than what did. The running game, the passing game, gadget plays have worked. Now it's just a matter of finishing the job. And with that, let's send it back to our guys at Bobby Bowden Field.
Kickoff team is on the field. They'll try to drive this one deep.
To kick this one away.
Not going to get a return here. They'll bring it out to the 25 as the kickoff sails through the back of the end zone. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really fires into traffic, picked off. Oh, he would have loved to pick up a few more yards on that return, but they've still got it at the 31.
QBs have to understand, when I'm throwing against zones, I got to manipulate guys with my eyes. I might have to look one direction to create an opening to throw that ball or zip that ball in. I got to use touch. It's really hard when all eyes are on me, and you could tell the quarterback was not ready and did not make a good throw.
And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. 8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and short. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
They've got him looking run, but they're going to throw it. Quickly complete. Touchdown, Boston College! And the route is on.
And it's been more of the same in the second half of this offense, doing whatever they wanted. What a start to the season, man. This is exactly what you draw up. Everything they drew up in the offseason has worked in game 1, and that's why they are dominating this football game.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. Temple looked like a program ready to take the next step after a big road win today. This was a complete team effort from the Owls. Offense, defense, and special teams all doing its part. Impressive, to say the least. The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings, and the other heads home licking its wounds.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Catch in the middle, it's Brown. Tackled immediately after the catch. Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. On target to the left. Running toward the tape. Touchdown Seminoles. Reeled it in and just made the house call. Oh, the offense shows some life here and cuts into the lead with that score.
And, man, they needed it. They had to have something to go right. Listen, still down, but this is a great start to getting back in this ballgame.
Now the two-point conversion attempt is coming. To the air, it's Uiagalelei. He's got it in the end zone for the 2 as they trim more off of that lead. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll bring it back looking for help. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. Boston College sending the offense back onto the field. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
And now on second down for this offense. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. They knock him down, but they'll mark it beyond the line to gain, and it's a first down for Boston College. Clock winds inside, a minute to play here in the third. Trying to find his man on first down. Makes a connection. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. Boston College coming to the line after moving the chains. Grabbed over the middle. It's Bradley.
You know, the defense doesn't have an answer for this slot guy right now. They may want to think about bracketing him, having a defender play to the outside and to the inside. Probably some sort of zone coverage where you're trying to get 2 bodies, forcing the quarterback to have to go somewhere else with the ball.
These guys are called matchup guys. They're not the biggest guys on the field, but they're going to win. Short, and they're going to catch the ball, and they're going to make yards after the catch. You can tell those are the type of guys in college football that are starting to get maximized and used a lot more than they were in the past.
That's the end of the quarter, and Boston College has the lead. And they are starting to pull away as we come to the end of the third quarter. Let's take a look at how we got here. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They'll snap it from the 28 in field goal range, but it's third and short. Looking downfield, it's Castellanos. Trying to make magic with his feet. And he'll pick up the first down after a tough run there. BC trying to turn this red zone trip into a party in the mods. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Got it in the middle, it's Bradley. Good throwing catch, takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. On the ground, it's Grovichuk. Relentless, tough running, gets it down to the 4. It's third down now, and they ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. Trying to get to it. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. And here comes the field goal unit for the second time tonight. It's good. Easy call for the refs. And now the lead is even bigger. They're really starting to extend that lead as they get ready to kick it away again. No shot at a return. It's out of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, you know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, Dave.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. Complete and looking for enough for the first down. He is stopped short of the line to gain. The fourth down try goes awry, and that might just do it. The offense set for a first down play. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Quarterback checking the play. Running back searching for a hole. And the Golden Eagles will have a first down. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. Wide receiver shows motion. They'll run it on first and goal. And he's brought down after the spin move for a short gain. They keep pushing forward now, back to work on second and goal from the 6. They'll keep it on the ground looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Boston College. And the punishment has been extended.
Well, these players came together. I've been so impressed, not just by the talent, but also by their composure. Handling this kind of environment in the first game of the season, this says a lot about the leadership in that locker room.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And he got into the house from the 6 to finish it. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. This will not be returnable as it sails out of the back of the end zone. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. It has been a rather forgettable day that's finally coming to a close, David.
Yeah, it's been an awful day. I mean, just not functioning well on offense, defense giving up a lot of points. This is a day, Palmer, they'll like to forget.
Yeah, you're going to find out a lot about their character right now. Obviously, not what they hoped this would be, and that's demoralizing for a lot of these kids that have worked really hard in practice all week. But at this point here, you're just trying to prove to your coaching staff that you're not going to quit.
Now a first down from the 45-yard line. Looking to move it through the air. Unloads to the right. It's complete. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. And the Seminoles have it with a 1st and 10. Looking for a man. It's Uiagalelei. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Caught close to the marker. It's Douglas. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. I know a lot of people thought this was going to be a blowout, but this team said, just when you think you have all the answers, I change the questions.
It's so true, Reese. I mean, they had a lot of dudes that we were talking to leading up to this game just had a chip on their shoulder. They just didn't feel like they were being respected, and they wanted to come out and they wanted to prove a point. And, David, they did exactly just that.
And it's so much easier to be the underdog. It's so much easier to coach that team and you go, hey, they're ranked. Everybody's talking about them. You don't have a chance. It just builds all that momentum, all that hate, and you just pour it out on the field.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of